thank you very much for your address in the plenary session yesterday. It was very moving to hear. Can you explain for our viewers, Ukraine is a country that doesn't formally recognise Kosovo for lots of complicated reasons. How can you support its membership so vociferously, so strongly, when you don't recognise?
First of all, I think Ukraine should recognize Kosovo, and I'm the author of the bill to Ukrainian parliament to recognize Kosovo. Unfortunately, it's still not adopted, but for me, everything is clear. Kosovo deserves to be part of civilized world, to be part of Europe, and Kosovo deserves its independence. So I think there is a lot of common, unfortunately, in the fate of Ukrainians and Kosovans. We both are coming through genocide, and that is very, for me, it's important, and I really feel sorry about what had happened. And I think that we need to give these people this chance, and I'm sure that they will use it in the best possible way.
And I want to ask as well, we have Spain, which is saying it's not going to recognise Kosovo, yet it's planning to recognise Palestine. We have other non-recognising states, Greece as well, Romania, Slovakia. What message do you have for them, coming from a country which is also has its own territorial problems? What message do you have for them in terms of being able to support Kosovo without jeopardising their own domestic issues?
I think it's very clear, because Kosovo has a decision of United Nations that they have the right for sovereignty. And in Ukraine, we have a clear occupation from Russia. It's not about any self-determination. It's just a clear aggression and occupation. In other countries, they don't have this problem of some parts of their territory where people have any decision of the United Nations. In general, what we're speaking about, I mean, from 2 million of people who live in Kosovo, Serbians are less than 100,000. What do we want? To take these people and to make them part of Serbia again? I mean, it's impossible. That will never happen, and it's clear. And by this non-recognition, we are making worse for Serbia. Yesterday, I also addressed to Serbs, and I said, you need to go through this finally. You need to finish this story about great Serbia, empire, Balkan Empire, and so on. You need to be a wonderful democratic state, how you could be. Move through this. Like Germany was, that was a disaster for the whole world when it was empire. Now it's a wonderful, fantastic country, democratic, great, because they stopped to be empire, and they win from more than any other country in the world. So the same about Serbs. All these is now like phantom pains, you know, and that should be stopped. And Balkans should live freely. And also, when we have these gray zones, sooner or later there will be war there. And we have forces in the world which wants this war. Moscow, Iran, and others, they will be happy to see new fire in the Balkans. They want to have as much fire in the world as possible. So we need to prevent this and not to play games with this.
And my last question, we're looking at potentially the middle of May for the Committee of Ministers meeting. This could potentially be a bit more of a challenge for Kosovo. What are your, without wanting to jinx it, are you hopeful of a positive outcome?
No, I'm sure. I think yesterday's vote was, results of yesterday's vote was very clear. 130 against 29 or something like this. It's so clear and overwhelming. So I think everything will be okay.